Hey guys, Panada here. Today I am featuring a deck that I had a request on for in the YouTube comments, and today it will be featuring a deck that is centered around Feng the Wanderer. He doesn't get used much ever since his health got nerfed to 350, and he lost the ability to gain Thick Hide when played with a Stout Heart card in your hand, and that now inflicts slow on attack, so he got nerfed quite a bit, but he still can be viable sometimes, so I thought I'd try and make him work. So basically the deck is Elite Swarmer, Frost Feathers, Grenadier, Impetus, Rocket Scrat, Lost Legionnaires, Once Bitten, Plasma, and Shroomer. So basically Shroomer, if he's gives you the Zen Chi buff, which is a free Shroom. Plasma Marines gives you a Nat. Once Bitten gives you Spirit for the Accursed. Lost Legionnaires is Taunt, but I try and avoid the Taunt as much as possible because I think Taunt is a nerf, not a buff. Scrats, he gets a little Scrat Escort. And Impetus also with the gives you the Nats. Frost Feathers gives you the slow on attack, and the Elite Swarmer will give him Rage. So we'll get right into it. I have 4 games to show you. Okay, first game is against an Apep Impatamundo, who is typically known for his Milloween decks, but right now he's playing Apep. I have a decent opening hand. I got the Shroomer, Elite Swarmer, Grenadier. No real bad options here. I just start off with the Shroomer, Elite Swarmer to capture the bridge. He does have Zip, so I immediately try and slow the Zip down with the Frost Feathers, usually a good idea, so his stuns happen far less. He does have Futures in his deck. He's got Rapid Response Reserves. Very strong, as everybody knows. He's got Gorak Sacrifice. Very annoying. I use my Frost Feathers to try and slow down the Cleaver, because his attacks being slowed down is a huge benefit. He's got Kurnath. It's a very spell-heavy deck for an Apep deck. Spawn Fang, give him the Spirit, give him a Nat. He's got Cleaver. That was a fake Cleaver, probably his perk 1. Try to push Zip over to my Werewolf, which kind of succeeds. My Flyby finishes it off. Once Bitten getting some good value here. My friend Renzo actually suggested that I switch Once Bitten for just Lone Wolf. Still gives you the Spirit, and it's just a better consistent card. So I might have to do that in the future. Fang has the Rage this time with a little Taunt and Scrat Escort. I'm up by about 20 XP. I have no good spells for canceling Gorak Sacrifice because Frost Feathers would not be fast enough, unfortunately. Use the Elite Swarmer to tank. He is going to get a Cleaver hit off here. My Shroomer is stunned thanks to Zap Shrine over there. They have lots of air right now. Lots and lots of air. Ruffles coming in with some clutch potion grabs. Still about 20 XP up. I burned some mana. Didn't really have a good chance to play anything there, so I was forced to burn some mana. Get my werewolf off with Feng. I slow down the siege breaker and the woodsman. And I get another Feng off into the field already. It's a very quick cycle deck, so towards the late game you can get a couple Fengs out on the map at once. He's also got Gorak Gate, which is a strong spell if used correctly. He's just has lots of value cards in his deck. Killing the zip again. Very clutch. More sacrifices. Always annoying. This does seem like a deck that would be played with Milloween, but it's working pretty well with Apep. I'm about to hit Mana Frenzy. He's not close enough to quite killing me, so I think I got this game in the bag, honestly. This deck has a lot of HP between the Werewolf, Fang, and the Shroomer, especially if the Shroomer splits up. It's a lot of HP and a relatively cheap deck. But yeah, I win this game. I thought it was a pretty good match. He's definitely a leaderboard player most of the time, so I was quite proud of this win. We'll get right into the next one. This time, we got Bernie on the Rat Bow. Bernie's also usually a pretty high-ranked player. I don't think he's usually on the leaderboard, but he's definitely a high-ranked player. He usually plays a variety of things, so I respect that. He's not playing aggressive stuff or one strat all the time. Slow down Scotty. Able to make good use of that trap right there. And off goes the werewolf. When left unchecked, can do a lot of damage. He's got Radic. Do my best to slow him down here. Really just kill him. He's got Razor Squadron. Weird Daggerfall, only really takes out the Marines. Once bitten again on a Legionnaire. I think the skills caught him before he takes the bridge. Oh, it doesn't even kill him. Never mind. He dies anyway to my Elite Swarmer. Annihilator, very good. It's a card I've become a real fan of lately. More so in 1v1s. I don't think it's great in 2v2 because it's too easy to kill with spells. Fortunately, I spawned Feng with the taunt because I have Crossbow Trap counts as a Empryon card. Don't you know? He's got Radic back out on the field. Crossbow Trap kills him and just kills all those scrats that were surrounding my Shroomer as well. Diona's traps can get an incredible amount of value if you play them correctly. Right now I'm about 40 XP ahead. I just hit perk 3. He's still 40 XP away from perk 3, so I'm quite ways ahead. He's got Razor Squadron out again. This card didn't help him that much this game. I didn't really have any big pushes for it to melt down, and then I was able to just kind of dispose of them as needed. He didn't really have any great DACA targets either. He had a Dragon Ball this entire time, which is strange. Once Bitten, again. Great card. Ruffles gets a bit of mana for me, which is nice. My trap blocks the DACA, very lucky for me. Wasn't intentional, but it did it. Got my next Fang out on the map already. Little unlucky that my crossbow trap gets targeted by the Annihilator, but either way, lots of damage on face. I'm calling GG. I hit Mana Frenzy. This game's over. Well, I'm 2 XP away from hitting Mana Frenzy. But you get what I mean. Back again with another cat gameplay. Spoiler alert, I don't win this one. He's running a double future deck. Which, in the end, just is a little too much value for me to handle. I don't think he was expecting a Fang. No one expects a Fang, honestly. It's such an underused card. Naturally, I'm going to be ahead a bit on XP to start this game just because of the futures. He has to spend a bunch of mana to get the value in the long run. I really botched that. Really badly. Wasted my rocket scrat. He's got a Magma Storm, which I'm assuming he got from his futures. Rocket Scrat is a great answer for Stint, 2 for 2 mana, but the Rocket Scrat wins it every time, so you keep the bridge. Again, I'm still up ahead by about 15 XP. Kind of to be expected for the most part. He places a really good defense totem there. He's got... I think that was just a Siege Breaker from... No, that was Rapid Response Reserves. Never mind. He's got that card too. He's got a lot of strong stuff in his deck. This is where he starts to really kind of snowball a bit to his way towards victory. That's why I don't like the taunt. I forgot that it was placed on the Feng, so the taunt trap didn't actually work as intended. I also botched that. I placed the Once Bitten way too late on my Feng, and this is where it starts going really downhill. His value is just really... Again, the taunt, it's completely screwing me over there. It's my bad for misplaying it like that, but, you know. My Ruffles does get a heal, but, like... I'm just calling GG because he's got a massive push coming my way, and I do not have the HP or mana to deal with the things coming at me. I think I did okay in the early game, but in the end the futures were a little too much for this deck to handle. We'll get into the last game now. Okay, against a Rect called Ash Echoes. I've never heard of this player before. I've never seen him before, I don't think. Just patiently waiting. I don't have the best opening hand. Rocket Scrat on the bridge never hurts, because he can't really place anything cheap to capture the bridge. Because Rocket Scrat wins against a lot of 2-3 mana minions. Not 3 mana, but 2 mana minions. Fang with the Gnat. Spirit and Mushroom Growth, that's a lot of HP. I just take the hit to the face here, I'm not too worried about it. He's slowed. He got some good reboomer value there because it stayed alive. Fang's got the rage. Hits quite hard with it. I am unlucky here that the crossbow trap decides to go after the cleaver instead of that grenadier. Werewolf. Always pleasant to have around. Taunt trap doing wonders. Shroomer will split here. 100% split now, which is really nice. I botched this one. My elite swarmer just dies. I am ahead a bit on XP. I've been noticing a ton of cleavers in the meta. I'm not quite sure why. I still don't think they're that strong. With the right support and the right player, it can definitely be powerful, but I don't think it warrants how much you see it in the meta, personally. I'm at perk 3. He's about 20 XP behind. Here I'm just trying to slow down everything as much as I can. I reveal the assassin. Give my Feng taunt, unfortunately. He hits perk 3. I do manage to get rid of this reboomer nicely with the impetus blast. And that's the game right there. So yeah, that's my deck featuring Feng. It could be improved. There's definitely areas like swapping out Once Bitten for the Lone Wolf. I don't exactly have a lot of control with like stuns. I only really have the slow and the movement from Impetus Blast, but it honestly worked out okay. I won maybe like, I want to say maybe 70% of my games. I just wanted to show for those 4 games because those were my highlight games, I think. But yeah, let me know what you think of it. If you guys have any other ideas or cards or anything that you want to see featured, be sure to let me know and I'll try and get around to it. But until the next time, I'll see you later.